Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's time for another Hard Reset Weekly.
Is it?
Me, Dan Hobbs, this guy, Ben Quay.
Hello.
And we're going to have a games conversation.
I'm going to call it Gamescommentary. See what I did there? Gamescommentary.
But I did games conversation.
Yeah, but... Conversation.
Conversation.
No, you're wrong. There was Gamescom. It was in Germany. You probably heard about it. But we're going to tell you.
You put down the empty
it's
iPad case. This. He's faking it. He doesn't own an iPad.
Don't like Apple. Anyway, Gamescom. I'm going to tell you Xbox. You're going to tell me about Sony. Xbox.
I'm going to have more exciting things to say.
Oh,
shit, son! Go on.
Indie games. Xbox is embracing the indie games because it's a 180 on a 180 on a 180 on a 180.
You know my opinion on indie games.
We're not talking about that. We're not saving for the kitchen. Microsoft has set up a new division called ID at Xbox with a new bloke, and they're going to share the indie game love. If you are an indie game developer, you contact Microsoft. You're not an indie game developer.
I still applied for 2 dev kits.
You can apply, and if you pass the testing, Microsoft will send you 2 free dev kits, so you can make your games for the Xbox. There are no fees, none of that. They just want to have a nice platform for everyone to indie-alise on.
And they're going to mix all those games together in one big marketplace. So whether it's Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag or they're all going to be in one place.
Is that going to be your game?
Yes.
Good.
It's Inc. That's my company.
Fable Legends.
I'm excited.
I like the Fables.
It's an interesting concept of 4 heroes and then one guy plays as the villain on the tablet.
And because it'll be Fable without the disappointment, because Peter Molyneux will be far away. Yeah, there'll be no freedom promises.
There'll be no dog, so
but
that's really upsetting to me because I love playing
like
dog.
I said, 4-player co-op with a 5th player being the villain, summoning enemies and doing some of the crazy shit. It's a neat idea. We ain't seen it in action, but
there are previews out there of the game. The thing that disappoints me a little bit about it is like there's no. I want a kind of like I like the customizing of the character and building my own world where it seems like you're playing as set characters in this.
You'll play a role, but you'll customise within that role. It's Fable at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it's true.
The Division on the Xbox One is getting exclusive content, of which we know not.
It's before and after content, whatever the hell that means.
Ooh, post-apocalypse.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Mojang! Everyone likes Mojang.
Yeah.
The craft mining. His new game, Mr. Notch, Cobalt, will be coming to Xbox One. So isn't that nice in the first half of 2014?
Alright, yeah, whatever.
Call of Duty Ghosts will have dedicated servers on the Xbox One. Good for the people that like Call of Duty.
It doesn't mean anything to me.
It's good for the for the Twitch gamers.
I don't know what the difference is.
The Twitchy shooters. It's a better.
I suppose it just means
stability.
You don't get that host advantage.
No.
Because at the moment, when you play like Gears of War or something on the Xbox, you have like the person who's hosting that game, on their Xbox. Not really, but you know what I mean. They always have that slight bit of. They have that extra advantage.
Yeah.
You probably won't get that if they're on site in the big Xbox cloud up above that is above our heads.
And
FIFA 14 is coming free to your Xbox Ones, and that's super exciting because I don't want to buy. I will play FIFA. I don't want to buy FIFA because unless it's wrestling, I don't agree on buying the same game every year. But again, those change a little bit. But FIFA to me doesn't because I'm an outsider of that sport.
I have an issue.
It's not Battlefield.
I don't want it, and I don't want to play it. Can I exchange it for something else?
No.
I don't like it.
It's fine. It's the announcement, especially for the European market. This is huge because as soon as I have a barometer of people at my place of work that I go to and go, what do you? Because they're like average. They play like the big titles, and stuff like that. And they always ask me my opinion on what's coming up and games that are coming out. And I go, oh man, you're getting FIFA in the box. And they're like, okay, that's cool. I'm more interested now because it's a big title for. You don't like football, so you're not. It's not for you.
Like I said, for the average consumer, it kind of takes a sting off the $429 price tag because you've got a game in there. So you want, well,
yeah, but then again, if you buy I'm not being platform biased again. If you buy a PS4 and a copy of FIFA 14, you're still £40 better off anyway. But it's a nice little addition.
It's easy for the mums to buy one box.
Yeah, especially with that FIFA Ultimate Legends thing as well. It's another little incentive, and FIFA's a big deal. So so is Ruud Gullit. He's a big deal. So
he's not. He really isn't.
Yes, he is.
And now I'm going to speak very fast and run down the list of launch titles for the Xbox One. Assassin's Creed 4, Black Flag, Battlefield 4, Call of Duty Ghost, Crimson Dragon, Dead Rising 3, FIFA 14, Fighter Within, Forza Motorsport 5, Giants Dance 2014, Killer Instinct, Lego Marvel, Superheroes, Loco Cycle, Madden NFL 25, NBA 2K14, NBA Live, NBA Need for Speed Rival, Peggle 2.
Was that NBA,
Power Star
NBA
Golf,
Rivals?
NBA for Speed Rivals, Power Star Golf, Rise, Son of Rome, Skylanders, Watch Dogs, Zoo Tycoon, and Zumba Fitness World Party.
So the only real... There's nothing there that really interests me an amazing amount.
My launch titles of choice are going to be Assassin's Creed and Battlefield. Assassin's Creed.
There's no exclusive reason to buy.
I might ask for Rise for Christmas because I'm interested, but not interested enough.
You pre-order it, you get a controller.
I forgot Dead Rising 3, the one game that's kind of cool. I probably will buy that as well. I'll just.
You skipped right past all my PS4 news. I want to talk about.
Are you going to talk about PS4 now?
I'll talk about PS4 now.
Okay,
that means you're gonna.
Yeah, we'll leave.
You're gonna go to bed.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave.
So the PS4 certainly the massive press conference with the worst direction ever. You know, because when we want to see the game on the screen, they'll cut to the crowd and they'll see just laptops everywhere, which is rubbish. Ben, are you coming back?
No.
Most importantly, we got a launch date in the States coming out November 15th, 2 weeks before Black Friday, and over here in the UK and in Europe it's coming out the 29th of November.
Excuse me?
PS4, the 29th of November.
Who cares?
But yeah, it's just in time for Black Friday in the States, and it's just in time for the big, the Christmas shopping over here in the UK is, like the start of December, as people go, oh crap, it's Christmas, I better do some shopping, and that's, they're bringing it out at the right time in both territories. We don't know about Japan, we don't know about other territories.
Are you going to import one?
Yeah, 2 weeks worth of shipping, yeah, because that makes sense, doesn't it?
I know you're impatient.
I know, I have both my consoles pre-ordered, I'm just waiting for a Microsoft date at the moment. The Vita got a price cut, which is good. Not in the UK, it's remaining the same price in the UK, but in Europe it's now €199, in the States it's now $199. So that equates to, if they ever do a price cut over here, that equates to £130 plus VAT, which you're looking at 150, 155 for a Vita now, if they cut that price over here, which they haven't yet, but
So they'd be buyable, but you still kind of need more games for it.
I know, my opinion of the Vita, we've talked about it in the podcast before, extensive conversation in the podcast before, it's a really good system, but there's no one game that you go, there's no Super Mario 64, or there's no Halo. There's not one game that's like, oh, I need this to play.
Now it's not the time for opinion. Now it's the time for games commentary. Continue.
I am commentary on games. Yes, it's $50 off, which is it's a pretty good deal. It's a pretty good deal, just in time for the PS4 to come out. You're skipping right past all the things. There was something else.
There wasn't.
Oh, it's the PS4 launch games.
Well done.
The big ones. Playroom is coming on the thing. That's the one with the little robots. Use the camera. It's kind of cool because I'm a child. You little right, isn't it? Yeah. Drive Club. Nah. They're all on the site if you want to read them. There's about the same amount of games on both systems, but the PS4 is more exclusive games. I think, off the top of my head. I think. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. But it'll be 15 on launch, on the launch day, and then 33 coming at the end of the year. So most of those ones by the end of December are the indie titles they revealed, the massive indie showcase they had. I'll get to that in a minute. Borderlands 2 is coming to the Vita. Good stuff.
It gives it a game. Better late than ever.
Yeah, it's better late than ever. We don't know when it's coming to the Vita, but it's coming to the Vita. That's good stuff. Gran Turismo 6 is coming out on December 6th. Kind of a weird choice, but you know how long it takes Polyphony Digital to make a game, so they had to put it out somewhere.
Is this a proper Gran Turismo or is this a half of Turismo?
I believe it's it's like Gran Turismo 4, so it's a half Turismo. It's all that stuff from GT5, but more cars, more maps, more tracks. It's GT 5.5, kind of.
Sorry, I realise we're talking like we care.
This is true. Minecraft is coming to Sony platforms as well, even though Xbox Support 2 on Twitter, that's at Xbox Support 2 on Twitter, was still trying to claim that Minecraft is exclusive.
It is, the Xbox One.
Yeah, and they were like, no, the Xbox One edition of Minecraft is exclusive to Xbox One, and the whole of the Twitter sphere went, No shit.
Come on, speed your list.
The 12GB there's a lot of news. It's like an hour and a half conference. There's a lot of stuff. The 12GB Flash PS3 is now $199. Don't buy one, because that's 12 gigs of Flash, and you will get less than that because you've got the OS installed on that, and then as soon as you buy a game, you install it, and then you're gone. You're done. It's a good Blu-ray player, I suppose, but you know, you might be able to Blu-ray players for cheaper than that. The developers of Dear Esther and Amnesia, A Machine for Pigs showed everyone's gone to the Rapture, amongst a whole lot of other indie games. That looks really cool. Everyone's gone to the Rapture.
You've got a massive list of indie games on the site, haven't you? For people to look at.
Yes, it all looks awesome.
Go.
Things like
There's too many. Just
Rogue Legacy and all. Oh man, it's good stuff if you like indie games. The old Psygnosis game, Shadow of the Beast, came out in 1989, is getting remade of all the things to be remade. Shadow of the Beast.
I don't know what that is.
Good game to play. Developers Magica announced a gun-centric sci-fi shooter called Helldivers. It looks pretty cool. And there's the game from Housemarque, who did Super Stardust, Resogun. That's your first PS Plus game on PS4, alongside the PS Plus edition of Drive Club. If you buy Call of Duty Ghosts, Assassin's Creed 4, Watch Dogs, and there's something else. Maybe something
Battlefield.
else. Maybe it's Battlefield. If you buy that on the PS3, they can do an upgrade. I think you pay like £10 or £15.
Same on the Xbox. It's all
same
it's across the board.
And you can get that then upgraded to the next gen.
If you can't
version.
wait that long to play your Battlefields, you can then pay £10 extra to get everything carted over and get a digital
all
copy
your
of the game.
stats will come across. That's it's a good thing, especially with these cross-gen titles. They announced that more than 1 million pre-orders have been pre-ordered. 1 million PS4s have been pre-ordered already. I'm hearing rumblings that because they just literally cannot keep up with the demand, that's why they've cut pre-orders for the moment for the UK, and they're going to probably look like they're going to sell out. So, for God's sake, try and find one if you can, if you want one, because you ain't going to get one after it comes out, I wouldn't think.
Sorry, Gary.
Yeah, if you like. Twitch TV is coming for PS4 as well. You've put goodbye Ustream, but Ustream's still going to be there as well. You've now got two options. You can use whichever service you choose to use, so probably Twitch.
That's from your article, I didn't write that.
Oh, maybe, okay. I know, I'm assuming Ustream is still there.
There's loads of other indie games, Binding of Isaac, Rebirth, Volume, Fez, Hollow Miami 2, M+, Wasteland Kings, all these other games. Basically, who won Gamescom is fucking PS4, because Microsoft didn't announce a date, so they fucked it all up again.
There you go. Well, I can see why they wouldn't announce a date. They said November. They're either going to go November 6th or November 22nd.
They're probably going to do...
Because Black Friday is November 29th. They release on Black Friday and there will be blood and deaths. So, November 6th, they probably will do November 6th. Just to annoy Sony.
I think
what they'll
probably
go worldwide on that day.
They'll do a little conference and be like, oh yeah, it's out now. Or they'll do something silly like, oh, it's out tomorrow.
Oh no, because that in this day and age that would never work.
No.
If Apple will go, oh, it's out in a week because then they can't ship it from their factories. But in that sort of thing, you can't go, it's out tomorrow, because it just wouldn't work. And that's it. Sony had an amazing show, and Microsoft went, here's some really cool games, but they didn't really do too much. And Sony kicked them out of the water. Okay. So what happened on the site this week, Ben?
We had a Payday 2 review. We've got a review of The Bureau, XCOM Declassified by me. We've got videos all over the site about Splinter Cell and XCOM, probably by the time at some point over the weekend. It's a long weekend.
We had 2 kitchen conversations go up this week. They were pretty good.
There was chefs involved.
Bulk.
There's plenty of stuff to look at on the site, but make sure you enjoy this long bank holiday weekend if you're in the UK as well.
Yes.
Not Scotland, because you don't get one because you're naughty. Sorry, man.
Even though we'll still have a podcast up on Monday morning, so you can listen to that while you're having your bank holiday hangover. Good stuff. I will not. I'll be playing Splinter Cell Blacklist, so I'm going to... Can I go play Splinter Cell Blacklist?
Let's go. Go on, I'll finish up. Right. YouTube's at the Hard Reset Videos, Twittering's at the HRDRSTs, the website of hardreset.co.uk, and the Facebook of the Hard Reset fans. So there you go.
DJ Hobbs on Twitter.
You didn't leave.
DJ Hobbs on Twitter. Splinter Cell!